What's up? Welcome back to the wood yard. Not really sure what just happened to the camera. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's too cold out and it got cold, or so I'm going to be checking it from time to time, make sure it's still videoing, because I just went through a big long thing and turned around to show you something and it was off. And just make sure. Yeah, it's still on now. It's recording. Yeah, it's recording. So I'm out back in the woods, and I'm cutting up and splitting camp wood and fire starter wood for the house. So camp wood for my camp wood bin out front that I still do get customers for. It's cold today. It's like it's in the 20s. It's like 23 this morning. It's probably 25 right now. And I've got brand spanking new 372 new old stock here to show you that I'm going to fire up and do the first cuts with. But I want to talk a little bit about the wood that I'm splitting up first. Softwood gets a bad rap. There's nothing wrong with burning softwood for firewood. That's all they burn up north. That's all they have. You know, I can tell you that the worst thing that you can put in any wood stove fireplace is wet, unseasoned wood. Some places they don't really have a choice. You know, there's stuff sitting outside, it gets snow on it. You know, if you're gonna burn stuff that's somewhat wet, you gotta burn your stove wide open. But dampening your stove down to a trickle and burning wet wood is the worst thing you can do for your stove. University of Georgia back a few years ago did a study on oak versus pine for creosote, and pine creates less creosote than oak. They burned piles of it against each other and then measured and weighed the creosote. And they did it both seasoned and unseasoned, both wet and dry. And the pine created less creosote. It really gets a bad rap because everyone's been taught that if you burn softwood in your fireplace or your wood stove, then it's going to burn down your house. We burn a ton of it because we try not to waste anything whatsoever. I clean my chimney every year and there's nothing in it, not even dust. I was going to show you. Yeah, it's still recording. That's good. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just bumped it too hard and it went off. But you can see the chimney on the back side of the house there. I have a pretty efficient stove. It's a straight up shot. It's all stainless steel pipe. It breathes really good. It doesn't even smoke when it's running, no matter what's in there. There's a little bit of smoke coming out of it now, which probably means that the wife's probably taking a nap and she threw some wood in it to get it back going again, because I've been out here for a while, so it's probably almost out. But what I do is we take our slab wood and whatever's left lying around, aside from cutting regular firewood too. You see there's a big, you know, firewood pile over behind the trees over there. And what's behind, there's a few black oaks and white oaks in the front right there, but what's behind that back there, the back pile, is all firewood too, and that's all oak. But what I'm here for today is I got myself a brand new old stock 372 that I want to show you, and we'll fire it up and do some cuts. I traded off with a customer that owed me a little bit of money. He bought out a dealership when they were getting to the end of, they got into a new model run and they had a bunch of them left over. They made him a good deal and he bought everything they had. He's been storing them downstairs for his business. Not giving them to his guys so they don't wreck them to have for the future. And I said, hey, I'll take one of those 372s and take a little money off your bill for an outside less than 100cc firewood saw. So my 272's busted right now. Broke the pawl and the cone and the recoil cover. I'm waiting for a new one. And I'm sick of firing off 100cc saws, so I decided that I was going to grab a 70cc saw to have a kick around small saw, and he had these 372s, so I'll show you this one. Obviously sure you get a good view. Obviously, it's pretty new now. It has been started. There is a little bit of sawdust in that cover right there. Not very much though, so it looks like it's been run once, like on one piece of wood. I'll show you. I'm going to take you out of the thing. I'll show you the serial number tag on it. It's 2018 saw. So the saw is actually, you know, 5 years old. So it's 2018. It is an X-Torque XP. It is fully adjustable carb. Can't get the light in there. Can't get the light in there, but it's fully adjustable carb. 71cc one, which is good. Some of them, by the way, some of them are like 67.8. So it does have the removable transfer covers. That's kind of interesting because I am going to port this saw. So that's neat. You can get in and hog out the transfers from the outside. It's been nothing done to it. So I will end up porting the muffler and the whole 9 yards here. But he did throw a bar and chain on. I didn't expect one. I just expected the power head, but he did throw a bar and chain on it, so I'll take it. So a little 24. The chain, it does have some nicks on the corners, so it's not the best chain in the world, at least as far as sharp goes. Show you. Yeah, you can see that one corner's kind of knocked off there. Not really knocked off, but rounded. It's not perfect. This chain's definitely never been sharpened. It's kind of a nick on that corner there too. So we'll see how good it cuts. Let's just kind of take a walk over here and take a look at my oak stuff here. See what we can cut with it. So I've got some black oak and white oak right here. Those are shorts. I'll grab a tape measure and measure. You know, I could probably blow some off this spruce right here. It's definitely too long. The end's definitely got to come off it. Maybe we'll just blow the end off that spruce. I'll see if I can find a piece of oak here that I can cut through, just so we can see how this thing cuts. That one's no good. It's not solid. Probably blow. I could probably take a cut off this white oak right here because it's so curvy. So we'll take a couple cuts, see how it cuts. We'll do a first fire on it. You know, obviously it's been fired before, but you never know what's in these things. These guys run that True Fuel stuff, and it's terrible. If any of you guys are running that True Fuel, you need to throw it out. It's really, really bad stuff, guys. 25 bucks a gallon, and all it does, every time that he brings me something that doesn't run right, all I do is dump out the True Fuel, put the Red Armor high test gas in it, Red Armor oil, a little bit of seafoam, and it fixes them. So let's see where I can get some space. Let's fill it up first. Get you over here. Get you a good view. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So we'll see what's going on. I just like to have them this way when I do it. So hopefully there's no fuel in it. It's empty. It is empty. There's nothing in it. It's, I wonder if I can get your view in there. I mean, it's dry. I don't know. I mean, there is some sawdust in this cover, but the saw is empty. It's, I not just empty, it's dry. If I could get you a view. I can't get the light right. I wish I could get the light right. It's dry, the filter's dry, there's nothing in the tank at all whatsoever. I mean, it's dry. Maybe it got run years ago, that's probably not a good sign. If that's the case, that might not be a good sign. Let's hope there was no fuel in this thing or it was run out. So this is Red Armor 40-to-1 with premium unleaded. That's all I run. My saws will fire right up after 2 years of sitting. Longer, doesn't matter. I would say the second worst stuff is running steel oil. Steel oil is dirt. It just burns dirty. Take it from somebody who's taken a lot of saws apart. Steel oil runs dirty. And the worst, number one worst, would be that premixed, yeah, and the oil tanks dry too. There's nothing in there. The worst that I see is the True Fuel stuff. It goes bad in the tank. You know, it's $25 a gallon. It goes bad in the tank. It gums up the low side of the carbs. And literally all I have to do is put new fuel in it and start them up, and they run perfect. You know who did a test on that was, I don't know if you guys ever, there's this girl mechanic on YouTube called Chickanic. She just closed up her shop, but she's still doing some work at home. And she's done a thing on that True Fuel stuff, saying how bad it is, and done taking machines on video and in her shop, and showed you ones that just came in that don't run, and dumped them out, put good fuel in them, and fired them back up, and they run. So I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I see it too, and it's just the way it is. I hate to say it, but if you run that True Fuel, that premix stuff, or, you know, I'm not even just going to say just True Fuel, you know, any of the premix stuff, I understand it's more convenient, but it's shit pile more money, and it doesn't work good, guys. It really doesn't. So I'll get over here and do a first fire on it, and we'll make a couple cuts and see how it pulls. I don't expect a whole lot out of a 70cc saw, bone stock. Hopefully, I'm going to pull it over without the compression release. See how that goes. I don't know why anybody would use compression release on these. here, it's going to have to be tuned. See how it runs. Sit there and idle for a second and see if it's warming up. I assume that saw's going to be broken in too, so. See if we can get a cut off this white oak right here. I can probably take a chunk off it, screw it up like this. So, definitely going to need, let me shut it off. Let's do a restart on it. I'll move back so you can see me. Hopefully it restarts right up. Set it again. Nice. Yeah, so it's going to be a good bang around saw for me. Wow, it's leaking something all over the place. Must have got that on me from something else. No oil all over me. It's not leaking out of this. It's going to be a nice saw to have to just beat around out here cutting firewood and stuff like that. I've got like 20 bars for it, so bars and chains are going to be no problem. Starts right up, runs good. It's boggy off the trigger. It's going to have to be tuned on the low side. I don't have my kit out here with me right now to tune it, but if I do, when I do it, I'll do it on video. High side sounds good. I'll put the tack on it, see where it's revving to, but it seems like it's revving out good. They're not exactly the biggest powerhouse. I'm used to bigger saws, so, and ported saws, so this is, you know, kind of what I expected. I could bog it out easy in the white oak. These older ones are supposed to be a little better than the newer ones, so we'll see with that. See where I decide to go with this. For now, I think I'm gonna break it in and just have myself just grab it and go, reliable OEM firewood saw. So I'll use it like this for now. Eventually, it's gonna get torn down. I'm gonna put. I've got an OEM full wrap for it. Well, it's a 3/4 wrap. Everybody calls them full wraps, but it's 3/4 wrap. I'll put one of those on it. I have it in the shop, and yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think for the most part, it's gonna. Since he sent me a bar, I was going to get a Samara bar for it, but since he sent me a bar, I think I'll just roll with this. This will work great for just cutting up firewood and a new addition to the family. So you see the white oak that I cut. Obviously, that's a brand new, it's heavy, mega piece. You know, perfect. Brandy new. Went through it, not without struggling a little bit up in here. Definitely can't hog on it like I could, you know, on my big saws, on my 660s, I couldn't stall them in this. You know, even my ported 272 would go right through that like it wasn't even there. So, you know, it is what it is. It's 70cc, all OEM, easy start and reliable saw. See if she starts like sitting for a minute, because it is cold today. Yeah, that's nice. No decompression needed. I don't know why they put them on. I don't know. I can't imagine why they put them on smaller saws, but yeah. New addition to the family. Kind of excited for it. And I'm gonna get into doing a little bit more firewood and go bring some in the house. And looks like it's gonna snow. I don't know if you guys can see this. I think it might be ocean effect, but it looks like we got. Sure looks like we got snow blowing in here. It's all dark over there, all dark that way coming from the ocean side here. You look past that tree, you can see the clouds moving. If I hold this still, it's coming from the ocean. So it looks like we might get some ocean effect snow. And definitely not going to be rain. It's freezing out. But yeah, we got that whole chunk done there. I'm going to get most of this in the house. And then what won't fit in my rack in the house, I'll put in the campwood bin out front. And we'll review that 372 as we go. See that the country line splitter still just kicking ass. That thing is unfriggin' stoppable. But yeah, I appreciate the watch, and hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys can, if you can do me a favor, I never asked for it, but share the material, and give me the likes and everything, you know, thumbs up or whatever they are, likes. I'm not monetized, but maybe someday I will be, since I'm almost to 1,000. So hope you guys are having a good one. Stay safe and stay warm. Peace out. Pirate Solutions out.